Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Tony Viz the Tone. I'm just here to recap last night's Impact. Thanks for everyone for stopping by and listening to me and watching my videos. I've actually upgraded the channel a little bit as of yesterday. My friend John helped me out with that, so big thanks to him. So hopefully more of you will be able to see my videos now. So anyway, so Impact I thought overall was a run-of-the-mill mediocre show. It was, a mixed bag. It had, it definitely had its ups and downs. So with that in mind, with that, I guess I'll just get right into the recap. So the show began with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair in the ring. Ric Flair was in the ring. He was saying how Hogan treats Flair like a pawn, and he doesn't, and this and that, and he was saying he's Ric Flair. He calls out, or he mentions how Hogan and Garrett ran Eric Bischoff out of TNA, and Flair says that Hogan doesn't want to piss off the wrestling god. And let me just say that it's like, I'm so tired of Ric Flair calling himself God all the time. It's like, woo! Look at this bitch, boy! You're talking to me! You're talking to Ric Flair! You're talking to God! Woo! Rick, you're not God! Shut up! So anyway, I'm just so tired of seeing Ric Flair. I just can't, and I'm, Hulk Hogan too, it's the same thing, So then Hogan comes out, the variation of the NWO. So then Flair just mentions that he's tired of Hogan giving him the business and treating him like crap or whatever. And Hogan says, I'm not here to fight your brother or whatever. Flair says, no. Flair says Hogan's out there bossing him around. Hulk says he's making a priority to set things to step things up in TNA. Then he talks about all the evil that Eric Bischoff spread around when he was running the show or whatever, and he says that there's a chance for TNA to have one of the longest runs of any company. The way things are running for real, I don't know. The company's just like, I don't know. I get this impression backstage that things backstage are a motherfucking shambles. So it's just like, as I'll get into that another time, maybe. So then Hogan talks to, he asks Flair to be one of the judges for the gut check challenge. And, he was saying how great it would be if Ric Flair was one of the judges, being that he's got all this knowledge and is the greatest wrestler ever, or whatever he said. It was something along those lines. So then Flair doesn't buy into it right away. He says he thinks Hogan is setting him up for something, and Hulk is just asking Flair to do this for the fans. And then he wants Flair to help him find new up and comers. And he was saying that he doesn't have to necessarily respect Hulk Hogan to be a gut check judge. Then Flair says that Flair says that Hogan isn't asking him, he's telling him, and if Flair said that if he said no to Hogan would say tough shit, make him do it anyway. So then Hogan says that he knows Flair likes being around the young guys and the fans, whatever, and Flair he says, yeah, you're right. So he agrees to be a gut check judge. It was a usual Hogan Flair kind of opening segment. Getting really sick of both of these two guys, and it's like if they're looking to they want new talent to get a chance to be exposed, to get a chance to do something. How's about you two old freaking disgraced geezers get the fuck off TV and let some of the young guys do some good stuff and have some good matches, So it's like get off my TV, Hulkster, Nature Boy. I'm sick of both of you. I know you were great icons in the '80s, but you're both disgraces now. Get off my TV, please. So then we had Brooke Tessmacher and Velvet Sky backstage, saying that what a cheater Gail Kim is, and then Brooke mentioned that she pinned Gail Kim twice, one in the tag match and then in the non-title match last week. And she says Brooke says that she'll beat Gail a third time, and then Velvet says one of them will beat Gail Kim for the Knockouts title. So then we go to a Knockouts tag match. Brooke and Velvet versus Madison Rayne and Gail Kim. Brooke and Velvet win. a solid match. Brooke got the pin on Gail using Gail Kim's own Eat Defeat finisher, which I thought was kind of cool. Spoiler alert for the Sacrifice lineup. Brooke Tessmacher will face Gail Kim at Sacrifice. So I hope you don't mind a little spoiler there. Then they just show RVD backstage, and Mike Tenay mentions that RVD and Bobby Roode will pick each other's opponents for tonight's show. So and that their in-ring face-off, RVD and Bobby Roode's in-ring face-off is next. Then I guess they'll be showing clips of past TNA shows since it's been almost 10 years since they started. I can't believe it's been almost 10 years already. Where the hell did it go? I feel like it just opened. I feel like the place just started. They showed clips from the April 30th, 2003 Jeff Jarrett Raven match for the NWA title, where all the ECW guys came in and helped out Raven, and then except for Sabu, who helped out Jarrett and then helped Jarrett get the win. And then when that happened, Raven's, well, that was 9 years ago, so we won't get into that, but so they showed that clip. I'm guessing they'll be showing others next week. But they should have put the belt on Raven that night. But anyway, we go to Van Dam in the ring. He's saying how the fans have been entertained by him for years, and he just, I don't know, he didn't really seem to be all that. He seemed like he didn't want to be there. He was just saying, it was like he was just talking about how great he is. He's one of a kind. And he says he'll beat Bobby Roode because he's RVD, and he must have said that like 2 or 3 times. It was like a very, he just seemed kind of zoned out. And then of course he mentions that at Sacrifice he'll win back the belt, the world title that he never lost in the first place. So then Bobby Roode comes out, stands on the stage in his suit and everything, and he says that Van Dam sounds overconfident. Roode says that he's the reigning champion now, and is the most dominant champion in Impact Wrestling history. He says, it's like he beat guys like AJ Styles, Sting, James Storm, and Jeff Hardy, and that at Sacrifice he'll add RVD to the list. Then he talks about picking the opponents. That Hulk Hogan, that I mentioned that Hulk Hogan said that they can pick each other's opponents or whatever. So Roode asks Van Dam who he'll be facing. RVD tells Roode that he'll be facing Mr. Asshole. That's right, Ken Anderson. So we have Ken Anderson versus Bobby Roode for later on. And then Roode says that sounds great. That sounds great to him. Then he picks RVD's opponent, and it's the charismatic freak Jeff Hardy. He wishes RVD luck. Solid segment, like I said. Van Dam didn't really do much, but Roode's promo was really good, and it actually saved the segment. So then we go to now apparently it will be the weekly TV title match, Devon versus Rob Terry, aka Robbie T. And Robbie E was at ringside. Devon won by DQ when Robbie E came in, and I think broke a record over Devon's head or something. It was alright, Rob Terry's extremely limited in the ring and really can't do much. And afterwards, Robbie E was standing over Devon, screaming at him and holding up the TV title. I'm not really sure what this feud is going to do. Devon versus the two Robbies. I don't know what that's going to do for Devon or for E or T. So, I don't know. So then they show Ric Flair and Al Snow backstage, and then Al tells Ric Flair that the third gut check judge is the former brother-in-law, Bruce Pritchard. So they talk for a bit, debating about, whether or not to give Alex Silver the contract, and Flair's just like, this kid isn't going to make it, he's not a star, blah, 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 and he was just pissing all over him. He was like, when he gets in the ring tonight, he's going to be looking at God. It's like, Rick, shut up. So then they go to commercial, back to commercial, and they were still debating about that. Flair was saying that Alex Silva isn't a big enough guy. Al Snow says that Silva has potential. Pritchard says that he could be in the X division, and they just discuss it all for a while. And then Al says that he tells them both to keep it open mind, and that it's got to be a 2-to-1 vote for Silva to get the TNA contract. A little bit long of a backstage segment, like I said, I've ranted on Ric Flair before about how I think he's a real jackass. So and I thought Al Snow and Bruce Pritchard, while I'm not big fans of either one of them either, I thought they were okay in this part. Then we go to Hulk Hogan and Ken Anderson backstage. They just talking BS for a bit, and Hogan makes the Anderson-Roode match for later on no DQ. So, and Anderson likes that. So it was a lame segment. I'm not a big Mr. Asshole Anderson fan either. You know, the guy's just a fucking one-trick pony, and you know, I've said my piece on Hogan before. So then we get to Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy. Good back and forth match. You know, Van Dam got the 3 count. He got the pin when Bobby Roode came out to ringside, and for some, the usual, ref doesn't see the shenanigans bit. You know, Jeff Hardy's come off the ropes. Roode hits Jeff in the back with the belt, and and Van Dam didn't see it. So then Van Dam got the pin on Jeff Hardy. Good match. The other thing I would, Jeff Hardy is, I just wish he'd get rid of that freaky face paint. It is so creepy. It's like, that's way off the creepy meter. I just hate it. I hate that face paint. So anyway, but it was a good match. Just Jeff ditched the face paint, freaks me out, or creeps me out, whatever. Then they show Bully Ray backstage, runs into Joseph Park, and then Joseph said, the guy says that, it's like, hey Bully, you never gave me answers last week, and Ray says, I'm not giving you answers this week either. So and then he says, Joseph says to Bubba that he knows that he had something to do with his brother's disappearance, Abyss or whatever, and then Ray says that if he keeps sneaking around, then he'll be missing too or whatever. It was okay, this whole, it's like Abyss without the mask in the suit, looking for himself pretty much, is just getting stale. I don't know what they're gonna do with this, but Bubba Ray Dudley's really a great heel. It's like his promos are tremendous. Speaking of Bubba Ray Dudley, but then we start out with a backstage with Jeremy Borash talking about how he had to deal with Eric Bischoff for years and how he couldn't stand working with him and how they never got along and that kind of stuff. So then he was glad that Eric was no more, at least for right now. and then Bubba comes by and he wants to. He tells everybody, no, keep talking. I want to hear everything you got to say about Eric Bischoff. And then JB is like really scared out of his mind, and he doesn't say anything. Then Ray yanks him by his shirt collar, drags him to ringside. And then Ray gets the mic, and he says that JB bullied Eazy-E, Eric Bischoff, whatever. Then he tells Borash, get in there, they get in the ring. So Ray said that he's tired of. I got a little bit of a chuckle out of this part, and he said he's tired of hearing about the anti-bullying. Obviously, that was a jab or a reference at WWE's anti-bullying campaign, which I don't know, which is also that's another rant for another day. But and then he says that they should start a "Stop Being a Little Bitch and Stand Up for Yourself" campaign, and that JB is the poster boy for that. Would be the poster boy for that. Or whatever, because JB won't stand up for, isn't going to do anything to stand up for himself while Ray just belittles him and shit like that. So then, it's like he was saying, it's like Bubba was telling to JB and the fans, it's like, oh yeah, you'd love to see JB punch Bully Ray, wouldn't you? Or whatever, and the second then Ray says, I'm going to walk all over you, JB, because I can. And then Austin Aries comes out, and then Bubba was like, wait a minute, don't step in this ring. And then he was like, you mean like this? And he gets in the ring. And he was saying, yeah, you picking up, he was telling Ray that, yeah, you called me out because of my size and this and that, it's like, saying, talking about how Ray has, spent, he says that, he mentions Bubba Ray's, saying that, it's like that he's taking craps and eating chicken wings that are bigger than the X Division guys and that kind of stuff. And he was like, yeah, I believe you probably have, because all the time in most of your career, you weren't Bully Ray, you were known as Blubber Ray, and you were a poster boy for the all-you-can-eat buffets. So then Ray says, the playtime is over. And then, Aries says that he represents the small guy, and Ray says that Aries represents the small guy and he isn't going to stand up for himself. And he was just belittling Aries, doing the over-the-top bully heel bit. And then eventually, Aries just goes at it. After Ray spits in Aries' face, Aries just pounds the hell out of him. into the corner, and then of course because the good guy gets the offense in on the bad guy, who's the bad guy pisses off the good guy fights back, then security comes in, and they pull Austin Aries off of Ray. And they have to hold 3 guys, hold Austin Aries, and while they're holding him, Ray kicks him in the ball. Ray kicks Austin in the balls. A good segment, but it was just I thought Ray did a really good job of being, like I said, being the over-the-top heel bully here. I mean, he actually did it so well. I was actually starting to boo him myself. I mean, that's how good he is. It's like he was actually, it's like I know the whole thing's a work and everything, but he did such a great job. He was actually making me hate the character. So that's how great he is. And like I said, the anti-bullying jab for WWE thing, I got a little bit of a chuckle out of that. Then we go to Kazarian, Daniels, and Kurt Angle backstage, and Kazarian says that since Hulk Hogan didn't grant them the title match, they took it. Nobody challenging Joe and Magnus at Sacrifice. Daniel says, it's like, oh yeah, when we're the tag champs, we're gonna show the world the pics of AJ Styles, and then Kurt Angle just screams at them, tells them to shut up. He says he doesn't care about them or what they're doing. He says that all he cares about is that he is making AJ Styles tap out at Sacrifice, and he storms out. And then Daniel took his in and they're asking him, like, why is Angle so pissed? He wins all the time. And it's not a bad segment, it's just but the AJ thing, it's like the Daniels and Kazarian have these pictures that they're going to reveal that AJ Styles, about AJ Styles or whatever. The whole thing is just stupid, But Kurt Angle just like blowing up was pretty cool. I just like he was just like shut up. It's like all I care about was making AJ Styles tap. Okay, Then Bobby Roode was backstage and says he has no problem beating Ken Anderson. And then he just like, why do Hulk Hogan have to stick his nose in and turn it into a no DQ match? And he rags on Hogan and saying, it's like, look what happened to Sting the last guy, Sting was the GM, and where's he now, or whatever, that kind of stuff. And he says that if Van Dam thinks he's going to beat him for the title at Sacrifice, he's got another thing coming, as he put it. A good promo from Roode. I think the guy's been a really good champion, so he's been a great. He's been great as a heel too, and it's like he's actually had a pretty good title run. I think Then we get to the 6-man tag, which was one of the highlights of the show for me. It was AJ, Magnus, and Samoa Joe against Kurt Angle, Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels. The faces win. AJ gets the Styles Clash on Kazarian with the 3 count. Angle was like really getting pissed at Kazarian and Daniels during and after the match. It's like Angle was in there. He didn't want to tag in. And there was some stuff going on. It's like I think they bumped into each other or whatever. And then AJ eventually got the Styles Clash on Kazarian for the 3 count. And Angle gets all pissed off, afterwards too. He drags Daniels into the corner, saying screaming at him, saying he was going to kick his ass and stuff. And then he walked out. And so after Kurt left, Daniels got the mic and pretty much said that if AJ Styles doesn't reveal what his secret is next week, then he and Kazarian will. And it's like I say, who the hell gives a rat's ass about this? It's just like you got great talented guys, AJ Styles, Kazarian, and Daniels. These guys are all great wrestlers. Why in God's name are you sticking them with this blackmailing storyline? It's so stupid. And it's like, let them go out there and have good matches. Don't be doing this with it. And by the way, I read the spoilers. Secret gets revealed next week. I won't spoil it for you, but just the secret that gets revealed, it's not good. it's pretty stupid. Speaking of stupid, then we have Pritchard, Al Snow, and Ric Flair, aka Wrestling God. Woo! In the ring. Time for and it's time for the gut check contract segment. So they have, Al does his usual shtick. Al sounds like he's got to buck up his ass all the time too. So he's like, Alex Silver, come on down the ring, and I'm so Alex Silver comes out. Then Flair said, so this was idiotic. I just thought, first, it's like a lot of back and forth crap happened, and Flair. Al asks Flair to vote first. Flair says no about giving Silver a TNA contract. Pritchard says that he's seen what Alex Silva can do in OPW, and then Al says that he knows Silva has the desire to be on Impact and to be a great wrestler and everything, and he votes yes. So, and then Al was saying that was reminding Silva that he needed 2 judges to say yes for him to get a contract. So, Flair said no, Flair voted no, Al Snow voted yes. So, the predictable 1-1 tie. So then, before Pritchard could vote, for some reason, Al told Silva that he had 30 seconds to sell himself. Now, it's like, shouldn't he have told him that before they went for the vote? They went to the vote to vote whether or not he gets the damn contract. So anyway, Silva talks, and he mentioned that he was 13 and he was poor and getting poorer and poorer. Then Flair cuts him off and tells him, hey, don't be talking to the marks. I don't know why he said that. It was a really idiotic comment. It's like, don't be using the inside terms. It's like, oh, look at us, Pino, we're using the inside terms. It's like, it doesn't make you cool. It makes you look like, it's like, it makes you look like freaking morons. So then he tells Silva to start over again. He's got another 30 seconds. Then Silva just says that he moved from Canada, from the U.S. To the States to get into the business, and he was saying, he did this for his late father and whatever, and stuff like that. So then Flair changes his vote. He says you're in. Okay, yeah, you convinced me. Yeah. So Flair votes yes. Al Snow's voted yes already. Then Pritchard says that if Silva hadn't had the chance to cut that promo, he would have voted no. But that promo made him change his mind. So Pritchard voted yes. So it was a unanimous yes. Al welcomes Silva to the Impact roster. Not into this. I just thought it was a little too long. It was the usual, Ric Flair saying that he's God and everyone else is nothing, and it was whatever. And it's like, hey, I'm a 2-time Hall of Famer. He had 2, it's like 2 rings on, and it was, Anyway, I'm not a big Al Snow fan either. I just think the guy is, just like, I thought he was great in the ring in his day and everything, but it's like, I don't know. He just always seems so bitter every time he talks. And brother love Bruce Pritchard is, I've heard about what kind of a character he is. He can be a pain in the ass to work with backstage. He was sometimes, but so not really a great segment for me. I didn't really care for it. So let's see. Then we get to the main event. It's Ken Anderson, Bobby Roode, non-title, no DQ match. Another good match. It was the other highlight of the show. Roode got the 3 count. During the match, Jeff Hardy came out, went after Bobby Roode, and then Jeff went over to Ken Anderson, and I think Ken Anderson was laying on the mat, and Tanay and Taz were saying that he didn't realize it was Hardy, so he gave Jeff a mic check, not realizing it was Jeff, thinking it was Roode or whatever. Then Roode hits Anderson with a chair and then locks Anderson in the perfect plex. Fisherman suplex, perfect plex, whatever you want to call it. Gets the pin. Then afterwards, Roode continues his attack on Anderson. Van Dam comes out. Roode slides out of the ring, bails. Then RVD makes a stupid mistake of turning his back, checking on how the other guys are doing, and then of course Roode comes in, boom, hits Van Dam with the chair. So you got Anderson, Hardy, and Van Dam all selling Roode's beating, laying on the mat. And Roode was standing, and that pretty much ended the show. That actually was the end of the show. So like I said, I thought it was a mixed bag show overall. Like I said, I couldn't stand the Hogan Flair promo. It was just like it's like I've said how I feel about those guys. They should just get the up off TV. Anderson Roode was a good match. The post match stuff was pretty good too. Like I said, Roode is great as a heel champion. I like the 6-man tag. I thought the guys, it might have been a little short, but I thought it was a solid match. I said, the gut check segment, not a big fan of that. Austin Aries, Bully Ray stuff, that was great stuff. Bully Ray was good at being really good at playing the obnoxious bully heel there, and Aries was really awesome too in his promo. And by the way, no spoiler, we are going to be seeing Austin Aries versus Bully Ray at Sacrifice. Non-title, of course, since Club is not an X Division guy. And I thought even JB cut a good promo too about saying about what a dick Eric Bischoff was or is. The Aries and Bully Ray and even Bully Ray and JB, I thought they all played off each other really well. So then the Knockouts tag match was good too. So now Brooke has pinned Gail Kim 3 weeks, 3 times. I think it's 3 weeks in a row. And I found that, yeah, so she will be challenging Gail Kim at Sacrifice. That was about it, like I say, Devon and Robbie's T&E, I don't know what this feud is going to do for Devon or the other guys, and then, AJ, Dana's and Kazarian having this, this secret that they're going to reveal about AJ Styles. It's like I could care less about it. So, like I said, overall, I thought it was a middle-of-the-road, run-of-the-mill show. And I guess that's pretty much it. That'll do it for me now. You can check me out. You can check out my written blog at tonyviz.blogspot.com. You can actually now I have a link to it on my YouTube channel, so you can just click on that, and you can read my thoughts too. And of course, you can hopefully now that I've upgraded my YouTube channel, more of you are going to be able to see this. So feel free to watch and comment as you see fit. So until hopefully I'll be back over the weekend with the SmackDown recap. I know sorry I didn't get around to one last week, but I'll be watching SmackDown sometime either today or tonight when it airs on Sci-Fi, whatever. So till then, if I'm not back on Friday, I'll definitely be back Tuesday with the Post Raw. So until then, this is Tony Viz, the Tone, and that'll do it. This is me signing off. Take care. I'll talk to you guys. Hopefully, if not on over the weekend, definitely on Tuesday. Take care, everybody.